Last month, I started pulling apart the B2B rebrand process in an effort to show you the main parts I go through when I'm rebranding. Might be useful if you're going through it. Today, we're going to focus on positioning, and the keyword is today because it's for use right now. I'm going to show you my positioning statement. I'm going to show you how I've done market sizing. And finally, I'm going to show you the main model I use over and over in meetings that I think you could use. Let's start with a common understanding of what positioning is. This is really important, right? Because there's the whole exercise of positioning, and then there's the outward expression. So the whole exercise, you've got your business strategy. You've got your vision, right? That's like 5 to 10 years out. You've done your research, like your qual and quant. Maybe you've sat in on some sales calls. You've talked to your best fit customers because you want more of those. And you're ready to talk about your positioning, how you're going to frame things. Positioning rarely lasts more than 2 years without an adjustment. And if you're in a fast-moving industry, you might be adjusting it every 6 months, and that includes the pricing. So let's get into the outward expression, your positioning statement. That's usually 1 or 2 sentences that kind of brings it all together. So here's my positioning statement. Rebranding for mid-sized B2B companies, and the components of that are the brand strategy, the vendor management, because you need a team to pull it together, and the project direction. So this is what it is that I'm doing. Importantly, mid-size, because this might be a 2-year journey. Startups might not have the kind of money that you need to do this, or even the ability to wait that long for it all to come together. And finally, B2B companies. If this is your brand, and this is the person that you're reaching with a story. If it's just your brand to a person, that's B2C. But if it suddenly starts looking a little bit like this, that's B2B. Your brand telling a story to a person that also has to tell that same story to a group of people. Let's get into the market sizing. I'll link to a video I did a few years ago about how to measure market desire, because you're gonna need that. This is your market, right? You've got your TAM, it's your total available market. That's your market category. Then you got your serviceable available market. That's your reach, and that's years out. Then you got your serviceable obtainable market. That's your target market. This is what you're positioning for. That's your lane, right? If you get it, then you do your positioning again. And finally, your penetrated market. That's your current customers and clients. This is the positioning model. And first off, on market desire, you have to have a clean understanding of the scale, the frequency, and the intensity. Once you understand the market, and you definitely know what you're best at as a brand, what your strengths are, seriously, where are you better than the others and where are they better than you? Here's how you would deploy money and invest in the right areas. This is where all your focus goes. This is your position. It's where you're the best at something and it matches what your market wants. Right here, this is risk. You're good at it, but also the competition's good at it and the market wants it. You're fighting for market share, and frankly, it's way cooler to be fighting for this. This is the market forces. They're always changing, and that's where it feels like you're gathering all this momentum because you're catching something much bigger than you. And remember, you're never creating demand. You're just channeling it. Like as that desire starts building, you're like, hey, we've got something that satisfies it. Here, this is failing, right? Because like if you're spending any money or energy trying to compete in a space where your competition's better than you, why? And then here, this is really dumb money.
There you go. Thank you, sir. There you go. Thank you, sir.
Right? Your market doesn't want it. You and your competition are both good at it. These two areas, just steer clear of them. Think twice about playing for market share because it's expensive and it's a brawl. Spend most of your time in this zone. This is what you're positioning for. So that's the summary of positioning. In the description, I'll link to the video I did on market desire. Also a few additional resources if you want to really dive into what positioning is all about. The next video is going to be on brand story, dramatizing everything so it's interesting to your market. I hope you found this helpful.